Okay, challenge 55, another old Grand Prix challenge. So let's have a look. Blah 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 with some data. Do we need any context? Probably not. Everything is just about speed for the Grand Prix. So that's pit stop one. With some kind of interpret data, usually you don't have that much time to see the actual data. You probably see these metadata columns. So do we have, let's see, for IP analysis, we should find a year that has the greatest number of daily sales records. Yeah, so left-hand side, do we have a year in there? So where the year comes from, find the year that has the greatest number of daily sales. That's only that year. So you want to group by year. Sales, fixed decimals already. Ooh, daily sales records. So, and that's a vertical as well. It's annoying. So we have a white column. We probably want to pivot to white to long. We want to group by year, by month, by day. Then we want to sum all the values. Okay, let's pivot. So we have a white column. We want white to long. We want to group by store, day, month, year. Everything else is a metric. So let's pivot it. If we want to group by, we have a month, group by year, month, date. Metric we don't care. We want to sum all the values. So that should be sum of the cells. Once you've done the sum cells, that means I want to sort because I'm aggregate at the daily level. So cells, sum cell descending. If I only select the first row, whatever that is, then we just select the year column. That will be the for task two to proceed. We don't care. We select the first one, then probably only select everything else. Don't even check the year column. That probably hopefully that gives task one. For each store, replace zero value in each department with average of non-zero value. Ah, let's only start here. So we still have the things on top at this level. We pivot our data. We probably want to do a separate non-zero average. For each store, replace that. Yeah, well, I think according to part one, we probably need to do some filtering on the results. That's going to be annoying. Let's filter our data. So I'm getting it's probably 27%. That's a lot of cells. Mhm. Yeah, you have about a few thousand. You get 6, 7 columns times together. Let me put the switch number on. 15 million. Feel like I probably did something wrong. Grocery, dry grocery. That's a 50K. Clean cleaning. Because this thing adds up. Few thousand. You're not expected to be more than 30,000. I need a group by store number. No, actually, I don't. Sorry. I don't just find out the year that's the greatest sale because it's aggregate for all the stores for that year. So we don't care what that is. That's fine. We find the 2009 is the year we want. We can filter our dates to that only. So probably do a join filter. So that's complicated vertical. Uh, the actual data set is left join. We want to filter the right hand side. We're going to join on a year. So I guess there's only 2019 is going to be used. I want 2019 to be used. You want to group by at the store level for each thing. So for each store, we don't care about everything else. We're looking for the average. We want the average. Because the average will drop to no value. Ooh, that's a lot of data. Do you have zero values in there? Mhm. We don't have sufficient rows to check for zeros. Yeah, we don't have sufficient rows to check for zeros. So let's say filter. In practice, we'll probably have more time to handle this, but now it's getting super stressful, so it's less than I can do. Oh, annoying. So when values equal to zero, let me just check. Because it is zero values, I'm not sure if it's going to be zero or it's null value. In the case of null value, it's not going to be used in average calculation. In the case of zero value, we do have a lot of zeros. That's going to be annoying. Because if you have a zero value, that should affect your average calculations. The average of non-zeros. So it's not just store. We want how much we want ignore zeros. Yes, that's the moment when I panic because if it's noticed that option, you wouldn't even bother to check the filters. So that's the average of zeros for the stores to replace. We want to replace the zero stores with other replace. Yep, that's not good. Probably still want to pivot the data, and it's a much better job to pivot the data. So my left rather than the top, I should use my pivoted data. Pivot data. So you have each field, and it's much easier to do joins later on. Because you have too many columns, you can't really do joins. So we want to group by store, group by name. So that's the type of item you have, then you have the average value. Because zero, once you run it, then you can do some find and replace. Filter creating equals zero and replace by that. So so one our data set itself, one filter auto value that's zero. So let's say it does not equal to zero. The true anchor is the one we want. The false anchor is zero. So we can join with the replacement values. Because when join probably at the store level for each store value department, then for each item we want to replace the things we have. Then probably formula. Da, 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 da. Yeah, we don't even need a formula. We can just drop this guy. We can just call our average zero as a new value. Because everything in the value we have filtered before will be zero. So if we drop it, it should be fine. True anchor is the regular data set. The join inner join from the join field should be the zeros we replaced. So that'll handle task 2. Task 3, please create the following field. Total sales per store per day. Total stores. So let's continue from the this part. Summarize. So one group by store per day. So year, month, day, group by. Year, month, day per store. Total sales per store per day. So we can just sum all the values. That should be the store sale. Average daily sale for each store. That's a sum. Then the next is average. Numerical average. The third one, average daily sale for each department. Huh, does that need a separate join? So, I feel like I probably did something wrong. Department probably is the name. We're looking for the average sale per department, so we add another group by into the field. Let's just check. They're not happy about the values. That should be for the value in the drawing. Huh. They don't know to keep the values. Forgot to select that. So the left hand side we have our total sales per store and average sales per store. This hand we're probably going to have the average daily sale per store per department. Okay. Then we want to create a benchmark for each store's annual sales rather than just summarize store sales for that year. To do this, take the average daily sale for each store multiplied by 364. So that's average daily sales for each store multiplied by 364. Average daily sales, I need another application on it. So on group by store level, we have all those granularities. It's take the average daily sale for each store. Huh. I mean, this. Sorry, average value is the average daily sale per store. We need times 664. I think I'll need to probably do another average on it. It's a bit annoying because in this case you don't have a pit stop to help you check against each answers. So average of average times 364 days. Let's keep it double. Hopefully the number flows. So we'll give a benchmark. It's kind of like a yearly sale. We need one more type of information sales share for each department in each store. Ooh, stressful. Almost 30 minutes already. Oh my god. We covered. In Creative XDB contains store ID for all stores. That's a store ID. Percentage value for each store. Video data stream pointing. If it runs it without error, you're finished. Percentage value for each store. For each store completed daily. So it's from the second branch. That's what it did. That's a daily per department average sale. So on one day, you have for the other department, you have that much sale. Yeah, I feel like definitely messed up somewhere. So for store on that day, for the store, the average sale value is the total value is 51. Okay. So store average of sum of values. Yeah, I feel like I made a mistake somewhere. So for this store, we're looking for the sum values. That's the sum sales. So that's the total sales each day. You want to find an average of that. So for this one, that's the store sales per day. I guess you want to average. So for each store, for each item, they have Why do they have average? I feel the average on average. This is wrong. This is the average of sum. This is the average of average. Not looking too good. What's the joint? The percentage. That's the average of average divided by the sum. Probably times 100%. Did they ask for a single output? No, they didn't even ask the output. Usually in the challenge, you will give an output, what kind of column pivoting you want to get. So at least you know what kind of thing you get. Store one, we can get some percentage. You probably need to run that to feed in the final answer. So for store one, it's make a sale of probably 70K on average per day. Among those 70K on average, you 3.4% from bakery, majority from grocery. Let me just pause the video. Let me just check if this answer. Yeah, as I was looking my previous workflow, I realized the first thing the task code wrong. Task code one is already wrong. Going ahead myself. So they're looking for has the greatest number of daily sales records, not just daily sales. Oh well. So rather than do the sum, blah blah blah, I'm actually counting how many values I have. That's gonna be annoying. So counting value, the highest number of values. Sample by first value, that's probably still selected. Let's see what kind of year it selects. So we get 2010. Do we want that 2010? Sales records. Oh well, that's things going south. So we're looking for group yearly level. Let's count because each row has one sales records. Sales records. Do you want to just count how many rows? How many daily sales so each year? Hmm. 2011 should be most mark which token frame goes through? The grouping. I should be grouped by yearly level counter value. Oh well, misread the question in the first place. Yeah. So because I pivoted, that's why I have a lot of big data sets. For some reason, I don't know why there's no output answer. That makes it a bit difficult to see you want a long column format or the wide column format. So the answer should be 2011. Yes. So we don't need those two to check. Then we try to repeat only the 2011 values. Task 2 for each store, replace their values. I think the part 2 is doing correct. You filtered now, because I pivoted, so true is non-zero value, false is zero value. So handle the zero, do some join. Just drag this out. We basically replace all the zeros. For each store, each name, yeah, you're using the yearly average. For each quantified, place zero value in each store with the average of non-zero value for that particular. So you're looking for the average of the store. So group by store, group by department, non-zero average. Yeah, I think the next part should be okay. Union join the dataset together. Task 3. Please create the following total sales per store per day. Per store per day. So that should be the total sales. Average daily sales for each store. That's average daily sales. Average daily sales for each department. So similar before with addition group by name. Then create a benchmark on your cell. So the benchmark is such that taking or the create a benchmark for each store's annual sale. So I'm taking the average daily sales per store times 364. So I think this part is right as well. Um, the last part, task 4, you need one more type of information, sales share. For each store, compare the daily average sales for each department with the 4 stores' daily average. So this should be the 4 store daily average. So compare the daily average sale for each store with 4 store average daily sale. Oh my god, and that's the wording of it. Yes, I think in the testing condition that would be very stressful. For each store, compare the daily average sales. Phew. So you have total sale for the store on the daily level. Then you take the average of that. That should be the first formula. Then you do the same thing. You just add the additional group by 10. I think task 4 looks right. Do the drawing, do a percentage calculation. Mhm. Yeah, the final mark, I don't understand what's wrong. I feel like there must be a map for the macros somewhere. Let's may well learn how to troubleshoot a macro. If, Mhm. So they should have a store daily average. They should want pivot wide. So you have 85 rows. Daily average pivot wide. They want a percentage. Yeah, they want it in a percentage format. Let's see. So they don't want 100 times 100 according to macro. Then you want to pivot wide as well. So so it's long too wide. You want to group per store level. Your header should be the name column. Value should be the percentage column you want to test. Summation probably is fine. Let's take some wild guess. Select header with headers. Because the column header there's no matchup, that's why they don't. They throw the errors here. That in columns they're not necessarily much as you would expect. Do, 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 do. They have a share. So let's see. We can probably do white long just to test against the. So we want a group store, you pivot everything, then you can format the stuff. That's the thing we're having. We're gonna go for white to long as well. Maybe able to join by position. Not entirely sure. So dairy is 10%. 10%. Meat is 10.7%. Meat 10%. Okay, yeah, looks number match up. Say produce is 9.7%. Produce 9.7. Yeah, I think probably the workflow doing what I intended to do. So it's isn't too bad. The only issue with the input is, yeah, it's just because the header they used is average. They put in the macro tool says no configuration, but you can probably change the column header, or if they make it a sample input, then you can use the sample input to replace by row, by position, by some kind of formatting. Probably even like just a drop down may be easier to handle. But overall, this fun view. Store on check if a field percentage match up. Usually that indicates the whole table is doing a good job. All right, thanks for watching.